Disappointing jobs numbers this week as the American economy unexpectedly lost 23,000 jobs in July. Now, that was way off the 80,000 jobs some economists expected the U.S. to gain. That's a swing of more than 100,000 jobs in the wrong direction. Meanwhile, the unemployment rate did drop slightly from 4.2 to 4.1%. Of course, you could almost call that a rounding error. Joining us now, the founder of Zoose Political Index, Patrick Alaco. Patrick, great to see you on this Sunday morning.
Good to be here, Bill.
So, Patrick, we have discussed this. I mean, Trump inherited a terrible economy from Joe Biden. New polling, though, shows that voters trust Democrats more than Republicans on the economy. So my first question is, what do you think is driving these poll numbers? Is it just simply that we're having an affordability crisis?
Bill, that's certainly the lead. That would be the lead headline, is the affordability crisis.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we look at, we track every week, it's the Zoose National Mood Index. And what it does, it's an index that's weighted that tracks presidential approval, generic House ballot, and direction of country, right direction, wrong direction. And when you look at that, you can see the president's actions directly affect the mood and the confidence of the country. You can see where the economy started to rebound, the mood started to rebound with the economy. And then the minute that we resumed bombing over in Iran, it tanked immediately and went to an all-time low a week ago.
Yeah.
So we hit an basically based on price of oil, price of gasoline. So the economy can move quickly here.
So let's talk about this in the context of the midterms coming up. I mean, I look at this, and we have a lot of politicians that come on the show, and we talk to them. And if you listen to President Trump and a lot of Republicans, they want to talk about the stock market. They want to talk about general economic numbers. But it seems to me what's driving the conversation right now is the price of gas, the price of burritos. We've heard this controversy coming up. What would you say that from the numbers you're seeing, what do Republican candidates in particular need to be doing to get ahead of what is looking like a potentially disastrous midterm for the grand old party?
Well, I see it a little differently. We see a structural map that favors Republicans right now. This isn't pie in the sky. We've assessed the entire battlefield. There are currently 18 to 19 toss-up districts right now. We've weighted all of them. We've looked at all the polling in each of them, and we have 3 uncalled districts in there, and maybe 4 with Max Miller, which we're monitoring very closely right now. But the answer to your question is yes. In certain districts, affordability, primarily the cost of health care, the cost of food, the cost of housing and gasoline are going to be the lead issues going into those districts. But in 2 of the 3 districts that we're looking at, it's going to be far left progressivism, communism versus free market capitalism will be the frame there. So it's actually a very complicated midterm that we're facing, because in certain districts, you will be fighting the cultural issue of communism versus free markets, and in other districts, you're going to be fighting affordability.
Patrick, I'm so glad you said it the way you did. You are spot on. Too many people look at a national poll on mood, et cetera, and then think it applies to individual districts. It does not always do that. So great point. But I want to bring back the burrito again, because I can't help it. This is so nuts to me. This is the big debate that started on X from a Turning Point spokesman. It was Andrew Colvett who shared a comment from one of the group's college students. The student's message was, a burrito shouldn't cost $20. Now, Texas Republican Dan Crenshaw weighed in saying, quote, stop whining, get a job, eat ramen like the rest of us did in college on a budget with 4 roommates. A lot of folks thought that was not only dismissive, but it's almost like, hey, Dan, it's not about the burrito. It's about the fact that you've got mid to late 20s and even early 30-somethings still stuck in their parents' home. It's a problem. What do you say?
So the congressman, who I greatly respect, a former Navy SEAL, needs to understand that the 18 to 30-year-old cohort he's addressing is not a buds class going through Hell Week.
Right.
They don't hear let them eat ramen. They're hearing let them eat cake. Yep. And by cake, I mean a Twinkie. So this is dismissive to that group. They are seriously the ones that are identifying the four primary pillars of affordability right now. And we need to address their concerns because that's what's giving this whole DSA an audience right now.
Yeah. Now I'm looking at these burrito pictures, Patrick. I'm getting hungry. I'm thinking a burrito and a beer. I don't know. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Breakfast burrito.
That's it. Patrick Alaco, always good to see you. Thank you.
Great to be here. Thanks.